Namaskar. Thanks to all of you for your kind cooperations. Today our journey is wealth and rewards and punishment of Saturn. Saturn is Nyay Dandodata. Saturn also gives wealth, is wealth giver. But after hard working, dedication, discipline, laboriousness, all should be theirs. Saturn is very important planet for any kind of job. It may be government job, private job, business, talented work, and also creative work. The position of Saturn in the chart should be very strong, either in the 10th house or in his zodiac sign like Capricorn, Aquarius, and in exalted in Libra. Libra is Tula, is the Taraju, the balanced. Here Saturn is exalted, since Saturn is Nyayadandodata. As per the work, he gives the punishment, or as per the work, he gives the rewards. So Saturn gives wealth, Saturn gives rewards, Saturn gives punishment. All are there with Saturn. It is a unique planet. It is the karmic planet. Out of the Parubdha karma, Saturn in this particular life gives the pending karma. The pending karma depends in which zodiac sign Saturn is posited. In Kalpurush Kundali, two fundamental positions, the 10th house of karma and 11th house of success is given to Shani Maharaj. 9th house is Sagittarius sign, intelligence, wisdom of Jupiter's. And 12th house is the wealth of Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi Narayan. So there is also wisdom. So Saturn is one of the most important planet. Without work, without justice, a man cannot get prosperity in the life. So Saturn is very important. That's why within the two houses of Jupiter's, Saturn is placed on sign 10th house Capricorn and 11th house Aquarius. And outside of that, 9th house Sagittarius, that is go to Dev Guru Brihaspati for wisdom, for religiousness. All are there. And 12th house, though it is liberations, but here the blessing of Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi Narayan, so wealth is also theirs. So this is our today's journey, Saturn. Prior to coming to the Kalpurush Kundali, we have to analyze the three aspects of Saturn. Third aspect, seventh aspect, 10th aspect. Out of these three aspects, 10th aspect is very much valuable for wealth and prosperity. Third aspect, awake the native in the particular house. That is, have to make some courage. Seventh aspect, on the 7th house, there may be some mistake by the native regarding the partnership, business, diplomatic work, and spouse also. But 10th aspect is very important. For 10th aspect is posited, native gets all prosperity in life. If Saturn is posited in 5th house, 10th aspect coming to the 2nd house of wealth, native gets so much wealth, prosperity, honor, rewards by his hard working, dedication, discipline, and laboriousness. So Saturn is a fundamental planet. So much pending karma Saturn takes in this life, we have to perform it. Saturn in particular house, suppose in 5th house, Saturn is posited. The pending karma maybe with the children, fifth house significations, with the creativity, with the progeny, with the higher education, that pending karma coming from the past life. So, Saturn position is very important. Also, the sign in which it is posited. Generally, we are talking about when in Aries sign or in the sign of RISHI, that is Scorpio, Saturn is debilitated. But debilitated Saturn gives too much wealth prosperity to the native. For aspecting or for observing the debilitation, we have to check also the D9 Kundali, Navansha Kundali, and also the Dasmansha Kundali, D10 chart. So in case of Saturn, rewards, punishment, wealth, prosperity, we have to analysis the D1 chart, D9 chart, and D10 charts. Saturn very much important for creative world. The creative persons, the talented persons, without their zodiac sign, if 10th house, 10th bhava, Saturn is posited, natives gets 80% results. So in 10th house and 11th house, whatever may be the zodiac sign, Saturn gives good result. If it is Capricorn 10th house, it gives highest result. If it is Aquarius, it also gives highest result, since Aquarius is Mool Trikona of Saturn and exalted in Libra or Tula Rashi. So Saturn, the most important planet, without karma, nothing will be there in this present life. So this karmic planet, with this pending karma from previous life, with the parubdha, is coming to the native. The native have to do his work to maintain also the justice, to get the rewards, to maintain also hard work, dedication, discipline, to get wealth, the blessing of Saturn. Sometimes Saturn blessings coming through the subconstructor, that is the Ketu and Rahu also. So Saturn also in conjunctions, like Saturn Jupiter conjunctions, giving too much wealth to the native. Native may get government or high profile job. Saturn Venus also gives so much wealth. Saturn, when combined with Mercury, it is also a good combination. Mercury is the intelligence, Saturn is the hard work. Native gets prosperity in life. So in every conjunction, Saturn also get good result. Now first of all, we are coming to the Kalpurush Kundali. In every house, first house to 12th house, how it will give the impact in the life of the native, that will be first discussed. Then we are coming to the example chart, 3 example charts of eminent person to make our point more clarity. Now coming to Kalpurush Kundali. This is the first house. Saturn is posited. First house signification is self-expression, self-deed, personality, glamour, self-identity, all are there. When Saturn is posited, native have to be hardworking, dedicated, disciplined, laboriousness and structured. Then native would get success. Here in Kalpurush Kundali, it is Aries sign. That means Mesh Rashi. In Aries or Mesh, Saturn is debilitated. So it is not so problem. Actually, why Saturn is debilitated in the particular chart of a particular native? It is from the previous life, Parubdha Karma. In previous life, native have not done his hard work, dedication, discipline. That's why it will coming to the present life. So it is no problem when Saturn is posited in Mesh or Aries, but native have to do hard work. Native have to be more laborious. Native have to be more dedicated. And no doubt, after so much time, native actually get the result in delay. Saturn do not deny anything, but it makes delay. Natives have to be perfect in his skill, in his actually talent, in his communication. That's why Saturn makes delay, and particularly in Aries sign or Mesh Rashi, Saturn gets so much energy to the native that have to be done. That means too much hard work native have to be performed when it is Saturn is posited in Aries or Mesh zodiac sign. But ultimately, native gets every success since it is coming from the Parubdha karma. It is the pending karma of previous house coming to the present house. Saturn always taking the pending karma. But ultimately, native would get the destiny or goal of life. Native may be a celebrity one. Native may be a great engineer, great doctors. When in the Mesh or Aries, Saturn is posited in first house. Only condition is that first house should be free from papratari or affliction. Second house, the Taurus sign, lordship goes to Venus. Saturn is posited in his friend's house. No doubt in the first half of the life, native have to make so much struggle, but ultimately native gets so much wealth since this is the house of wealth, house of Venus, house of Shukradev. And also in family happiness, in speech and food habits, all to be checked as per requirement. Otherwise, it makes so much delay to get the results. Only condition is that second house should be free from papkatari affliction. Now coming to the third house. Third house is actually first upachaya bhav, any malefic planet giving good result. Now Saturn is a malefic planet posited in first house, so giving good result. From here, Saturn 7th aspect coming to the 9th house of fortune. Saturn 10th aspect, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th on the outer worlds. Native may be connected to the foreign lands. 10th aspect is very important for wealth and prosperity. Now here, native gets so much courage when Saturn is posited in first upachaya bhav, so much communicated, so much skilled, so much willpower. A native ultimately gets success. So third house Saturn is very much useful to the native, but native have to make patience to get the results. Saturn gets wealth, Saturn gets reward. Saturn also gives the punishment as per the deeds of the native. Provided this third house is free from papkatari or malefic conjunctions, the Saturn gives good result herewith. Now coming to the fourth house, it is in Kalpurush Kundali, Cancer sign, Cock Rashi. The ownership goes to Moon. Chandradev is the Lord. Here Saturn is posited. Chandra is the population, is the public. So when fourth house, Cancer sign, Saturn is posited, native becomes a great leader, a great politician. Since native have so much link with the publics. So this is very important one. One Saturn posited in 4th house of Cancer sign, that is Cock Rashi. In the chart of Srimati Indira Gandhi in the 1st house, in the Cork house, Cork zodiac sign, Saturn is posited, makes her a great politician and world leaders. Now coming to the 5th house. 5th house is knowledge, intelligence, progeny, creativity, wealth, speculative business, entertainment, children, all are theirs. Now in 5th house when Saturn is posited, if Saturn is posited in Leo sign, as per Kalpurush Kundali, native may be connected with government job also, since it is zodiac sign of Leo, Singha Rasi. But if this 5th house is very important, second Trikona, if it is Capricorn or Aquarius, Saturn is very strong thereby. And from here, the 10th aspect coming to the second house, native would get success in business, creative work, talented work, or also high profile government job or private job. Now here, it is the Purva Punna house. So native have some pending karma in previous life, maybe with the children, maybe with his intelligence, maybe with his wealth. That to be done in this life. Native have to be so much cautious about his children when Saturn is well placed in the 5th house. All condition will be satisfied if there is no papkatari or affliction in 5th house. Now coming to the 6th house, second Upachaya Bhav, very important. First Upachaya Bhav, Saturn also give good result. Second Upachaya Bhav, Saturn also giving good results, since it is a malefic planet. Second Upachaya Bhav takes more hard work, more dedication, more discipline, and native get the wealth, prosperity with so much patience. So patience is required when Saturn is posited in 6th house. 6th house signification is competitions, Rog, Rin, Ripu, everywhere when Saturn well placed herewith. And the dispositor, the 6th lord, in Kalpurush Kundali it is Mercury, well placed in the chart, exalted sign, own sign and friend sign. Native destroy the enemy, native crack the competitive examination like NEET, IIT of educational level, and also repay the debt and also recover from disease, provided there is no affliction, papkattari. To 7th house, it is Libra zodiac sign in Kalpurush Kundali. Lordship goes to Venus. So here Saturn is well placed in his friend's house. Not only that, Libra is the balanced zodiac sign, Taraju. So Saturn here well placed and exalted. If native perform good work, native gets rewards. If native in negative work, native gets punishment herewith. Here Saturn is exalted. So maybe delay in marriage, but couple will be perfect. Here partnership business, native well done, and also in diplomatic work, when Saturn in Libra sign and exalted. So in Libra sign Lord, that means Venus, should be well placed within the chart, exalted sign, own sign and friend sign. Then all the characteristics of this house will be fulfilled by Saturn, the karmic planet, provided there is no affliction or papkattari. Now coming to the 8th house, it is another karmic house of Saturn. 8th house is the main significator, Saturn and Ketu. So in 8th house, Saturn gives stress, Saturn gives struggle, but ultimately native would get success from rock to heaven. Native may be in intelligence department, native may be in CBI, native may be in CID, and native would get success. This is the hidden work of 8th house. In this house, Saturn gives longevity. 8th house for longevity, and if Saturn is posited, native's lifespan will be very high. All will be possible. Native may be a great occultist, native may be a great astrologer. All are possible when the 8th house is free from Papkatari, malefic conjunctions. Now coming to the 9th house, Sagittarius sign, Devguru Brihaspati, the Lordship. It is the house of intelligence, talent, wisdom. Also religiousness is there in this house. Father blessings, teacher blessing is there. Saturn here is very comfortable. If native is in his own religion or spirituality, if he do his work well without unfair means, native would get success. Though hard work is there, but ultimately native get the achievement of life when in the 9th house of Kalpurush Kundali, Sagittarius sign, Dhanu Rashi, Saturn is posited. Now it is also the third Trikona, very important house, and gives too much wealth to the native when native is laborious, native is dedicated. Now coming to the 10th house, it is the Capricorn sign in Kalpurush Kundali, Makar Rashi. Saturn own sign, already we discussed. This is the karmic house, whatever pending karma from previous life coming to the present life that have to be performed by the native. No doubt 6th house and 10th house is connected. 6th house is day-to-day work. 10th house is status of karma. So 10th house in Capricorn sign, Saturn is very strong. And here native easily gets success. If native is hardworking, dedicated, disciplined, if there is any kind of laziness, then native get the punishment of Nyaya Dandodata, that is Shani Maharaj. From here, Saturn giving 7th aspect on the 4th house of family. So native have to check any fault from its own self, that to be checked. Now, all conditions will be satisfied when in Capricorn sign 10th house Saturn is posited, provided this house is free from Papkatari, malefic conjunction. Now coming to the 11th house of success. It is actually the Saturn Mool Trikona and also the house of signification, house of Rahu. So Saturn here is giving so much wealth when native would do his duty with proficiency, with skill, with communications. Native would get success. This is the house of success, house of elder brother blessings, house of social circle. All are there in the 11th house. If it is Aquarius and Saturn well placed in the chart, and here the 11th Lord well placed thereby in any kind of lagna, native gets success. Coming to the 12th house, it is in Kalpurush Kundali, Pisces sign, Min Rasi. When Saturn is posited here with, it is the house of goddess Lakshmi. So much wealth is there in the 12th house of Jupiter. When Saturn is posited, Saturn well placed here with. Native gets also the spirituality and also connected with the other nations by his own hardworking, skilled and communicated powers. Saturn may When posited, native may also mix long-term investment in nursing home, in hospital or ashram. Also for the children, native may did so much work. So this is a well placed when Saturn is placed in the Pisces sign in 12th house. Pisces sign is a very soft sign. If native is hard work and dedicated in this house, native certainly get rewards and wealth in his life. Coming to the first unique example chart, that of Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, an owner, and also the founder of Gates Foundation throughout the world. Date of birth 28 October 1955, time of birth 2058, place of birth Seattle. Ascendant is Gemini, he is too much intelligent, and zodiac sign is Pisces, mean Rashi, it is Mithun Lagna. Great chart of Bill Gates. Today our discussion is Saturn. That Saturn is posited in 5th house of Purva Punna. It takes the pending karma from past life. And it is the Libra sign. Saturn is exalted. Not only that, the conjunction with Venus in his own sign Libra. So native have no doubt Purva Punna, no doubt some pending karma. But owing to his intelligence, 5th house is the house of intelligence, house of progeny, house of creativity, house of wealth, house of higher education, house of children, native get success. So here Saturn in the 5th house in Libra sign, very strong and giving the native by hard work, dedication and discipline from rock to heaven and becomes one of the richest person of the world. The supporting chart, here Jupiter is posited in Leo sign 3rd house. 5th aspect on the 7th house of people contact. 7th house of fortune, Jupiter elevate his fortune. And 9th aspect coming to the 11th house of success. So supporting chart, Jupiter is very strong in the chart of Bill Gates. Not only that, in the second Upachaya Bhav, Rahu is present, giving so much blessings when Saturn and Mars is in hard work, dedication, disciplined manners. The Lagna Lord is posited in the 4th house. 4th house is actually luxury, comfort, mother, vehicles. 4th house is friend circles. All are there. Here the Lagna Lord is strong in Virgo sign, together with 11th Lord Mars. So 11th Lord and Lagna Lord both are posited in 4th house. Now Moon is placed in the 10th house, having so much dedications and giving the good aspect on Mercury and Mars. So this is the great chart where Saturn in Libra sign in 5th aspect with Purva Punna and also with the pending karma. He is so much hard worker, so much dedicated, so much laborious and great success and also rewards in life. Coming to the chart of Virat Kohli, the great cricketer of India and abroad. Date of birth 5th November 1988. Time of birth 10:28. Place of birth Delhi. Ascendant is Sagittarius, Dhanu Lagna, and zodiac sign is Virgo, Kanya Rashi. What happens here? In Sagittarius, no doubt, Lordship goes to Devguru Brihaspati, having so much intelligence, so much wisdom. But here, when Saturn is posited, if native is hardworking, dedicated, disciplined, native get every success. In Sagittarius sign, when Saturn is placed, here it is in Lagna, anywhere in the 12 zodiac sign, when native is hardworking, dedicated, disciplined, laborious, in Sagittarius sign, native get every success in life. From here, Saturn is 7th aspect in purple contact. causes him about his pupil contact by seventh aspect. Here the Saturn gives 10th aspect, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the 10th house. He professionally success. His career in cricket world famous. The Virat Kohli, the great cricketer. Not only that, in the 10th house, Venus Moon conjunction is there. So much wealth and prosperity. In the Libra sign, 11th house, Sun Mercury is posited. Budhaditya Jog and Sun Mercury both are giving 7th aspect on the house of talent. He is a talented cricketer. Not only that, third house Rahu is posited. First Upachaya Bhav, being a malefic planet, and also in Aquarius sign, Rahu is very strong, giving his blessing during his hard work, dedication and disciplined life. Not only that, Saturn gives third aspect on Rahu, so native have to be more hard worker. Saturn third aspect awaken the native about his duty. Last chart, but not the least, Jeffrey P. Bezos, owner of Amazon and founder of Amazon, one of the richest person of the world. Date of birth 12 January 1964. Time of birth 11 a.m. Place of birth Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is the great chart of Jeffrey P. Bezos birth chart. In this birth chart, ascendant is Pisces, mean Lagna, and zodiac sign is Dhanu Rashi, Sagittarius. So zodiac sign and ascendant, both lordship goes to Jupiter's. And that Jupiter is posited in Pisces sign, making Raj Yoga. Very important point. Now today's discussion is our Saturn. Saturn is posited in Capricorn sign in 11th house, very strong, with the exalted Mars. So 11th house is very strong, success, profit, gain, support from the social circles, all are there. So 11th house of success is very strong. From 11th house, Mars and Saturn giving 7th aspect on the 5th house of talent is a talented business person. Now Rahu is posited in 4th house in Gemini sign, Mithun Rashi. Rahu very strong, giving too much wealth, prosperity, honor, rewards in life. And Rahu is aspected by Sun. Sun in the 10th house, Sun Mercury Budhaditya Jog. That Sun controls the Rahu, makes his desire under control. Now in the 12th house, foreign relationship, foreign business, Venus in Aquarius sign, very strong. So he have the business throughout the world. And main point is that 11th house of success, Saturn is in own sign with exalted Mars. They are aspecting the 5th house of talent. This is the chart of Jeffrey P. Bezos.